All right, Nuclear Rock Radio here, the Metallicave. I'm your host, DJJD. I'm here with Christian. I'm here with Tom.
Hey.
And Adam. And Joe. Yo. A blood feast. Like I said, guys, it is an honor to have you guys down here tonight.
Thank you for having
us.
Thank you
for having us. Yep.
No, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Snow got in the way of our last invitation.
You know what? But here we are. It's almost spring. It's, you know.
It's going to snow in spring.
It's going to snow tomorrow. I know. It's kind of crazy.
It's winter's last cheap shot before we get
It really is. It's a punch to the gut, you know?
Right hook to the jaw. The 20th, it's going to snow.
You know, the 27th of June when we had the Metal Fest, it's going to fucking snow.
Yeah, no. It'll just be like 120 degrees. It'll be the worst.
God.
It'll be the worst weather of the season.
It will be. We'll get a fucking typhoon or everything.
Oh man.
All right, so
yeah, that's what I need.
All right, that's what we need, right?
You need a typhoon.
I need it.
Yeah.
We'll take a hurricane.
Yeah, well. So I'm excited to ask you about Japan, man. You guys look like you had a
It's a country off the coast of East Asia. Western Asia.
Okay, all right.
I think we flew over to the North Pole.
It was amazing. It was the greatest thing we've done so far as Blood Feast goes. I mean,
yeah.
No, Europe was good too, but Japan was.
Was it your first time there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Who the hell loves Japan?
Oh yeah, well, they love. Dude, Japan loves metal. It's like South America. It's like South America.
Let's say like for a vacation. I think.
Japan. Well, that's true.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's places to go.
My first plane flight.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Went for the gusto for the
broke him in hard, man. Bang.
13 hours into Tokyo, man. It was, you know.
That's a hell of a first flight, man.
14 you never been on a plane? Here you go. 14 hours. It's like a sentence.
So that's what I did. This 14 and a half, and on the way back, was it quicker or longer?
We flew into Tokyo first, and from Tokyo to Osaka.
Oh, okay.
We did the show with actually Osaka with an
East. Oh, okay.
We had to take a second
but
flight.
it's right outside Osaka. It's in the prefecture, I believe they call it.
The flight to Tokyo.
Who's sending me messages? Wait, I bet you it's the retard girl from Japan.
You said that live over the air.
Sorry.
I hope she's not listening. Listen,
it's her again. So let me explain this, okay? This is a woman that we met at the show. She brought her son down. She's nice enough. The kid was nice enough. But she will not leave us alone. I'm not going to tell your name.
Not even me.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Don't give her my email.
It's like we're ready to delete her, but
Maybe she stopped with me because I told her to
she's
stop.
sending pictures of her son's graduation from 5th grade. She just sent me a
Is she a huge fan?
I would assume so.
She's not anymore. Because if she's listening here,
unless she's looking for a daddy for her son, but
she's not listening for sure.
Yeah,
oh Jesus!
I'm sorry.
So the flight from Tokyo to Osaka was trippy because of the airport runway was half the size of the one in Newark.
And I have a story for that.
Yeah,
was it a prop job or was it?
No.
It was a regular airline.
It was a big plane, man, and the runway's small. Because the mountain range is right in front of you, and you take off, and you're going
right up, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, the guy throttles up as soon as you hit the taxi.
Well, it's all mountains. Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
I got a good shot of Mount Fuji.
Oh yeah, flying over Mount Fuji.
Yeah, I didn't see it because the 14 hours I stayed awake. Well, I was in and out from Newark to Tokyo, but as soon as I get on the plane from Tokyo to Osaka, I fall asleep. I'm right dead. I wake up and the plane's going. It's shaking. I look around. I go right back to sleep. And probably had like a death grip on the.
Chris was next to me, so Chris had red marks on the side of his face.
Yeah.
So I was hanging on to him, man.
Me, I was just sleeping. I didn't give a shit.
Jesus. You look at me. Is the plane supposed to do that?
Is that supposed to happen? Is that normal?
Yeah. Sometimes they get really bad.
Especially when you go over the mountain range.
They were good flights. They were good flights, though. They were.
That's cool.
They were good flights.
No, we were lucky. I mean, it's just kind of
that was
14 hours.
So we left. So on the way home, we left.
How good could a flight be? Even
we left Osaka at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Flew for like 9.5 hours, and got to San Francisco 11 o'clock in the morning on the same day.
So you went back in time.
We went back in time. So we talked
You should have played
and
the
then
lottery.
after that, we traveled from San Francisco to Newark and got there at like 10 o'clock, and then we only traveled like technically 4 hours.
Wow.
But we had really traveled about 18.
Well, you're coming over the international date.
Believe me, I felt every minute of that.
We traveled west. We traveled west to go east.
Weird.
Yeah, sure.
But if you looked at the map from when we flew from Newark to Tokyo, you see, we went over the whole length of North America.
That's awesome.
Past Russia, down into Japan.
Wow. Well, yeah, it was
just one big kind of...
I think we went over to North Pole, though, too.
No, yeah, well, we kind of was like over the Arctic, I guess, but we weren't over the pole itself, but I think we...
Right.
Well, it's kind of weird.
Like Canada and like the ice fields of the
northern part of the Earth.
Yeah,
we were like looking at the screen on the seat, like,
you're
watching your flight path.
Where you are,
You can actually see, like, the polar ice cap.
Yeah, we flew over the Bering Sea, I know that.
Well, like, the farthest I've ever been was, I've been to Geneva. Now, out of Newark, to go to Geneva,
Switzerland.
Yeah, they go up through Canada instead of going right across. But like you're saying,
we went to Europe. I go, where's the water? Why are we still on the land?
Right, and I'm saying to myself, look, so we're like 3 hours into the flight, right? And I'm saying, where the hell's the Atlantic?
Yeah.
All right, and there's nothing but, like, I look like, you ever see those shows on, like, Discovery where you see, like, nothing but ice everywhere?
Exactly.
This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Let's go down there.
Where the hell are we going? Right? But, hey, according to them, it's an easier way. So, hey.
Speaking of Geneva,
it brings you up over the globe, it's because you're going like this.
We were touting the festival out there, like pretty much the Geneva Convention of thrash metal. It was like the OPEC of metal.
They have a bunch of different countries.
Yeah. I mean, it was bands from Japan out there.
That's cool.
Bands from China, Australia. Where else?
Well, you had Exciter from Canada.
Well, yeah,
you had us from the United States. Hobbs Angel, that's from Australia.
Now, was that the original lineup from Exciter too? Did they reunite?
Yes, the original guys,
the
original three albums as well.
Oh,
so
really?
it was like, a treat for me, because I remember I loved Exciter back in the day.
Yeah, me too.
I remember buying Violence and Force.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Heavy Metal Maniac. But then it was Game Over from Italy, who we actually played with at the Headbangers Open Air, but I think it was a different day.
They might be on that poster.
Yeah, they're on that poster, yeah. But I don't know if we played the same day as them. We didn't meet them in Germany, but really nice guys.
Yeah,
young guys. They're in their 20s. Yeah, they're young guys. They're in their 20s. Cool. Great guys. Because all the bands hung out together for this festival. The after show, we had one restaurant, was all of us.
That's killer.
In the Pacific. I'm walking around in different rooms, and everybody's just hanging out. And there was a band from China there, too. Explosium.
Yeah. Explosium, yeah.
And then there was a bunch of Japanese bands. I forget the names,
It doesn't matter.
One of them was, one band was Reverge, which was like a band that always plays the festival. They're like kind of the house band for the festival.
Oh, okay.
And they're like a little older, like our age group, late 40s. And
that's killer.
They're cool.
Those guys were awesome.
They were good bands,
That's great.
Yeah,
and they were good. They talked to you. It was clear.
There was. I mean, the language barrier for a part was there, but other than that, I mean, it was just camaraderie the whole trip.
That's cool.
And real professional. They were.
Yeah.
Every aspect. Joe didn't have a drum tech. He had a drum team.
There was like
we all
a
had
crew in front of me. I bent down to fix the pedal.
They were wiping your ass, right?
There was like 8 guys in front of me going, "Hi!" They're ready to go. They're motivated.
We brought our banner with us, and that banner has never been hung so perfectly.
Wow.
I mean, like they had a level, and they were like, I mean. It was
kick-ass.
Japanese efficient.
They really did.
I handed one wire tie for that thing, and the guy thanked me like 34 times.
That stereotype thing.
It was. I mean, everything was like.
Yeah, no, I had a picture in front of me.
But here's the most important thing about this thing. The biggest psychological thing, I think, at least for us and the audience, is that there was a curtain.
See, now that's important.
The stage had a curtain.
Yeah. That's important.
You don't have to stand there and plug in your shit.
Yeah.
People looking at you. And there's a curtain up, and as soon as the curtain opens up, we're in front of you. We're in front of them.
And that's
a big thing. It's a big thing for both sides.
Exactly, because it builds the anticipation.
Exactly, and it's a cool kind of. It gives you a good head for the show because it's.
And right before we went on, like just before the curtain opened, that entire team of guys stood in front of the curtain facing us. If there was any last second thing to happen, they were all standing there. And when the curtain parted, they all parted with it. It was amazing.
That's
just
killer.
Wild to watch.
Yeah, they were really good.
I asked for guitar monitor, and there was like 4 people on it, walkie-talkies, and headsets. Wow. They had the whole nine.
See, that's a good festival.
And the sound
it was a small place.
Sound person was like this little petite girl. She didn't speak any English.
But she kicked ass.
She kicked major ass, dude. She was all over.
The place held. It was about, I don't know. The first time was sold out, so it was. I think there was about 400. 350, something like that. I mean, it was, it's a small, but it's exclusive type festival.
Yeah.
But that, in my opinion, look, I like going to arenas and seeing shows like that. But when you're in an intimate atmosphere like that with bands that you really love, I mean, you feel like, oh my God. I mean, I love it. I really do.
Yeah, the arena thing takes a lot of the intimacy away.
This was real intimate. This was real up front. I mean, if we walked in the building Saturday, and we couldn't get backstage.
Oh yeah,
No, that
was that Sunday?
Sunday.
Yeah,
we couldn't get backstage from the stage area the day before, so we had to walk around, and we didn't know it. And we walked in.
We came in the wrong door.
It took us an hour. Yeah, it took us an hour to get to the dressing room because people are just so, responsive and so happy to see you and wanting to know you and talk to you.
That's cool. But that's awesome. It really is.
Yeah, people. I mean, people had a lot of stuff. We even ran into an original demo out there.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
they love Bloodlust. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
they not even Blood Feast, Bloodlust.
Yep, ran into people had a ton. People brought tons of albums and CDs.
Wow!
And we signed so much out there.
That's great.
And with vinyl too, vinyl and CDs, and
that's cool.
There was patches, and there was a bootleg Blood Feast shirt. I seen out there, and they had the words on the back, and they weren't even the right words. They weren't even right.
What about the guy with the thing that said, drink the blood of every corpse, and then you flip that
Oh,
thing
yeah,
around
yeah. Or drink cow piss.
Or drink cow piss, yeah.
The guy made a sign in his house that he was wearing, and it would say, drink the blood
of every corpse.
Of every corpse.
But wasn't that some sort of liquor or something?
And then it'd be ... and you're supposed to turn it over, and then it says, or drink cow piss. I'm like, what the hell is he thinking about? I'm like, all right.
And the guys, and actually, we got to mention these guys.
You know?
We got to mention these guys. The two Canadian guys who worked for the festival, Elvin Scott and
Brian
Widowich.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to spell it. Great guys. They're Canadian guys. One's from British Columbia, the other guy's from Ottawa. And they married to girls. They have Japanese wives. They've been there for a couple of years. Wow. And the younger guy, one guy's in his late 30s, the other guy's like 40. But they took us around. We were sightseeing. We went to see Shogun castles, Osaka Castle. And took us to Kyoto to see this Shogun castle. Like, you walk in and the floors creep because it's like a burglar alarm.
Wow.
You see into the Shogun castle. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Gardens and stuff. Yeah, it was a really cool cultural kind of thing. It wasn't just like we went to a bar to drink.
No, that's really cool.
The plane to Kyoto, the train to Kyoto was like an hour ride, So we're hanging out with, me and Adam are hanging out with John Ritchie from Exciter. So we're picking his brain and hanging out and talking to him and, stuff like that. It was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was cool to because those guys are like my heroes, because they were one of the first heavy bands to come out, That was before Metallica, So it was kind of cool. It was like, wow. These guys kind of came up with Anvil and stuff. So, those bands were the heaviest thing at that point. 1980, 81.
That's killer. It's important. It's got to be great to feel your idols.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Really is. You have to do that more than once.
Oh, totally. I mean, this was my first trip overseas.
Back in the day, though, too.
First trip with Blood
because when I started with the Roadie for Overkill, and Rat passed me off like Death Demo and stuff like that. So I loved them, And then they Scream Bloody Gore, and then Blood Feast was on doing a mini tour with them, And I couldn't believe it. That was back
amazing,
in the day,
right? It's so fucking awesome. Yeah, that's a killer show right there.
Possessed too, and
wow. And those guys are younger than us.
Yeah.
That's Scott. Chuck and Jeff. Those guys are younger than me.
Well, that's killer. So now I'm gonna play Off With Their Heads. I love this fucking song.
All right, awesome.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a lot of questions to ask you guys.
With all this stuff going on, but we get into.
Cool. All right, so guys, you guys want to ask any questions? Put it in there in the chat room. We'll ask some questions here. But we're having a good time tonight. Christian's hanging out, the ambassador of metal from Argentina.
Christian.
And Blood Feast in the house. So guys, here's Off With Their Heads by Blood Feast, only here on Nuclear Rock Radio.
Damn straight, only here.